everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. Welcome. So for this video I'm about to make, I got the idea because it is my birthday.
Birthday is coming up. It's the national holiday.
In T-minus 4 days. It's June 2nd. I should know that math. So I decided that I wanted to make a cake. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the show Nailed It on Netflix, but my mom and I watch that show all the time. But these people are genuinely terrible at making these cakes. I'll put up some Nailed It examples on the screen around me. But I decided that I kind of wanted to do that as well. Full disclosure, I actually took cake decorating classes growing up. I think I was 11, 12 years old or something, and me and my mom and my friend and her mom, we took cake decorating classes together. But I was also, again, like 11 or 12, and I don't know if I possess those skills anymore. So I decided that why not make a birthday cake for myself? And I love baking, love cooking, stuff like that. So that part I hope isn't going to be a challenge for me. Also, I kind of got this idea from, I'll give that credit right now before, I don't know if people are gonna come for me something. Emma Chamberlain did this for her birthday. I think because I'm also going to be making funfetti cake. I kind of have some ideas in mind, which I'll get into in a second, but she just like didn't know how to bake. That's not my issue. I'm trying to go for the more decorating part. Now that we got that out of the way, I will show you guys kind of what I'm thinking. So I also have my computer right here in front of me, which you can't see, but I'm going to be doing some preliminary research to figure out what type of cake I really want to make. I did start looking yesterday, I think, and so I have some ideas already because I want to kind of have a more exact model to follow because that's the structure of Nailed It. So the type of cake that I'm thinking of pursuing is, I'll put it on the screen around me. I like that tiered style that's like very clean cut, but I started seeing some other examples that are very popular right now. They are the super, like the edges, it almost looks like if you touched it, it would cut you. Like it is so smooth. And also there's some with like drips down the side, like sprinkle edges, things like that. I'm gonna do some more looking into this, and then I will update you guys when I kind of have a result. Okay, so it is a while later, and I think I've kind of made my decision. So there wasn't just one that I wanted to do, so I kind of have a few that I found interesting. This is the one that first caught my eye, and I wish that that was one combined. So like I wish that like the bottom part of the top cake had those sprinkles. And then I kind of scrolled below that. I'm on Pinterest, by the way, if you're wondering. Follow me. Actually, I don't even know how Pinterest works. I literally got it for this purpose. This picture that I found, I like the concept of like the smoothing of like the swirling of the colors, like how it's not just one color, which is like the top cake that I first showed you. But okay, so that is the kind of idea that I am going for. Basically a 2 or 3 tiered cake with frosting in between layers, obviously, and then a super sharp frosting edge on it, and with a kind of swirled frosting effect, drips down the side, and then sprinkles around the bottom quarter, essentially. So now I think the next step would be to go and look in my kitchen and see what I already have.
The next day.
Okay, so I'm here with my friend who's gonna be helping me film. This is Abby.
Hello.
And so I went in my kitchen, kind of saw what I had already, and so now we are here at Michael's to get, honest, I have no idea what I'm gonna get here. I showed her the idea, and maybe they'll just have some fun stuff to kind of spice things up that I don't even know that I want. So
we all let us spice.
Okay, the first thing I think that we need that we found. Okay, things are already going back to me. I don't know whether to get this color or this one. I kind of need this one.
Hold up.
I feel like
I need to do a good job. Cake supplies.
I'm like overwhelmed.
What are these? I don't know. Well,
no, of course they're
focus.
unclear.
I know. I was like, that's terrible. Is that a kid with acne? Or a monkey wearing glasses with acne?
No, I think it's a cookie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I think you're right. I think it's... Is it supposed to be a monkey?
Because it has ears.
That is some sleep paralysis.
This is what I see at the end of my bed during sleep paralysis.
I'm getting piping bags and these candy things, and I think that's all we need. So let's go to Walmart. Okay, we just enjoyed a gourmet meal from a place you guys may have heard of called Subway. So after that, we're in Walmart. I'm embarrassed. First thing, okay, this one's rainbow chip, which I don't know. Maybe it's just like because this is Funfetti is like branded.
Yeah. I like just want to get all this frosting. You know how Jeffree Star just like eats?
Oh, frosting? Yep.
And I'm like, I want to be like you, but that give me a mad stomach ache.
What did you do?
I did the wave.
Okay, we secured the bag.
3 bags actually.
Yeah, we secured 3 bags from Walmart of everything that I think, at least for the time being, we will need. But in the meantime, we experienced some things.
Some odds.
As you do when you go into Walmart. Okay, we were walking past the checkout and we see a woman that, I'm not kidding you, had elf ears. And you know, you can tell when people have like the ones that you like put on.
Yeah, no, they looked freaking real.
They looked real. Like she actually like got a procedure done
to have her ears look like troll ears. I mean, elf ears. Why are you saying trolls?
I don't know. We were at the checkout and Abby goes, do you think she like identifies as a troll? I was like, yes.
Enough about trolls. Onto the baking.
Okay everyone, the fun part has finally arrived. So I made the cakes as you just saw, and then I let them cool overnight, so it's the next day. So now I started off by cutting off the tops of them so they have a nice smooth surface, and then you have kind of like a snack while you're decorating. So the first thing that we have to do is get them stacked. And then now we start with the first layer. So I think this one should be the first layer because it's the most like, I cut it the worst. Okay, now we have it on this board on this little table thing. My idea for these layers, because my mom brought up a good point, I was gonna do chocolate fudge on like one layer or something, and then cream cheese on the other, but then she said that that wouldn't work because then you'd be able to see like a brown line through like the outside of the cake. So I think I'm going to do chocolate fudge just around the center and then cream cheese around like the outside edge. I know I said this is kind of the fun part, but now that I'm getting into it, this is actually still the boring part. Oh, this is so ugly. Okay, here's the first finished product. Also, when I was baking these, I definitely should have bought 2 cake mixes because these are definitely way thinner than I wanted them to be.
Many hours later.
Okay, so quick update as to why I'm just holding a cake like this. I decided, I'm saying we because my mother is right there. I decided that I needed to make more cake because it was just too short and I didn't want to fail. So I decided I needed to make more cake. And these cakes, I don't know what happened. I did everything the exact same. but the bottoms of these are just really messed up. I don't even know.
I think there's too many sprinkles.
That could be it.
I think that's
And
what
because
caused it to stick.
I think all the sprinkles went to the bottom, that this wasn't meant to like have the density to hold up the sprinkles, so they all went to the bottom and therefore stuck to the bottom. Careful, careful, they can't. Oh my gosh, you're scaring me. So that's what's happening right now. I just need to figure out how to use my one hand, or can you put chocolate in the middle of this? Yeah, I think they're really messed up. Oh my gosh. So that,
Do you want me to take this to the edge, or do you want to put more
yeah, I don't
cookies
care.
on the edge?
It's okay. Only like one side needs to look good, I mean, you know. I just need one chunk.
Which one? This one?
Okay, gonna go freeze this so that all the frosting doesn't slide off. Okay, so now the next stage is to do what is called dirty icing. Or another word for it, or like phrase for it, is crumb coat, I've heard people call it. So you put a very like thin layer along the outside, and then you like let it set or cool or whatever. You have kind of this smooth surface to do your actual decorating on. I don't have that much frosting left, so I'm gonna see how far I get with this. Oh, whoops. Am I supposed to put like a stick in this? Haha!
Good job.
Thank you. I'm going to put this stick in so that it keeps it from moving, I guess. I don't know. Again, I've watched so many baking shows growing up. I've been training for this, and this is what they told me to do. And then when I do the actual icing, this hole will be covered up. This is just while I chill it so that it can kind of all set in place. Okay, it has been a few hours, I think. Long enough for me to, oh, this is definitely crooked. Long enough for me to work out, shower, and go to the store to buy more icing and a bunch of other stuff. The fun part is actually ready to begin now. So I got some more icing. By some, I mean a lot. This is the icing that they sell at my local grocery store. And now, as we saw in the photos, there was this swirled effect going on. And I saw a picture on how to do that. So first I need to color the frosting and put it into these piping bags. First I'm gonna fill my white piping bag. Just to give that swirled effect, you need the different color dimensions. Okay. Okay, there's one. This is going to be our pink one. Okay. Got a nice Pepto-Bismol pink. Okay, there's the second one. Cute. Okay, these are my final colors. Oops, you can't see them. There they are. Okay, now I need to cut off the tip of them so they'll actually come down to the end and then start. I'm just gonna kind of be following what I saw to do online, so if it doesn't work, I blame them. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna start on this side so I can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start smoothing it and see what happens. That looks so bad. Let's try this again. The key is definitely more frosting.
It's a lot of icing.
Because, like, you're just scraping it off and that's what's making the effect. Okay, I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. So I think the next thing we should do is sprinkle so that this doesn't harden, so that I can't push them in, and then do the candy melt on top. I have somewhat of a strategy for this, but I don't think it's gonna work. How do people do this? I'm so confused. Okay, wait, it's kind of working. This is the result. It actually, the beginning was definitely trying to figure out the technique. More sprinkles is definitely better. It doesn't look great, but now I have to figure out how to like dump all these sprinkles off, or should I just leave them?
I just left them.
Hopefully this candy melt thing will heal it, because this looks atrocious right now, so. Now I gotta figure out how to make and melt these, and then they said that this is like the hardest thing because you have to like get the perfect temperature, I guess, or viscosity, so that it actually will run down the cake and not run down the cake, or like be too thick or be too thin and like run all the way down. So here we go. Okay, so I melted these blue candies into this little piping bag. I have no idea if they're ready to go or not, because again, the whole temperature situation. So I'm just gonna cut it and we'll see what happens. Did I do it? I think I did it. How's it look?
Ooh, looks good.
Oh God, oh no. Made one thing good, something else. Okay, it's smoothing out kind of. No. Shoot. Oh no, oh. I messed this up. Ew, look at it.
Yeah. What happened right here?
That's we don't talk about that.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
Took apart the bird feeder, reassembling it. La la la. Try not to cross thread the plastic holes here.
What?
Mom's just updating the viewers on her bird feeder. Ow. It's hot, so maybe if I... Okay, that part was hot.
There you go.
It's like... It like won't even go over it because it's that chunky. Okay, the issue that you guys couldn't see was that I squeezed out the chocolate, but then I realized that the consistency was probably perfect for doing the drips. So I immediately started doing that, forgot about the top, and the top dried and looks like tar now. Like it's all bumpy and disgusting. So I'm trying to cover it with hot chocolate, but it is so bad, for lack of another word, that it like the hot melted chocolate will barely cover it. Want to see the cake I'm making? What do you think? Ooh. Okay, so it is about 24, a little less than 24 hours later, and this is the result that we have. As you can see, it is a 5-tiered cake, which is more than I had estimated, plus a sprinkle bottom, swirled frosting, and a blue drip. Nailed it.